Hi, I'm Tyler, and welcome back to Super Secret Recipe. On the agenda for today is Peach Cobbler, my contribution to my family's Thanksgiving every year. Now, I've toyed around with the recipe for years, but I think I've finally settled on how I want to make it. And while I love making everything from scratch, what's important in this recipe are canned peaches. Now let's begin. In a pot set to medium-high, pour in our canned peaches, juice included. Then we'll add a cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. Stir to combine the mixture and let the peaches cook about 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll remove from the heat and drain the liquid. The liquid is important, so we're going to make sure we set it to the side for just a little bit later. Next up, we're going to work on our batter. In a bowl or stand mixer, we'll dump in 2 sticks of softened butter. Then we'll add 1 cup of sugar and whip things into a cream. Then we'll add 3 eggs one at a time, mixing them thoroughly in between each one. While this is a lengthier process, it makes it so that the eggs mix with the batter and not with each other. And while seemingly a small thing to do, it really can make a difference in your cake. And now let's move on to our dry ingredients. In goes 1 3/4 cup of flour. And not to contradict my previous point, but I've sifted the flour and I've left it unsifted before, and I've never noticed a difference. And on to our leavening agents. 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then the zest of 2 large oranges. This may seem odd, but trust me, it complements the peaches perfectly. And finally, 3/4 of a cup of that reserved peach liquid we made. Stir to combine or turn on your standing mixer, whichever. And our batter is complete. By the way, this batter is definitely lick the spoon worthy. And now, time for assembly. Into our baking dish, we'll add 2 cups of batter and then spread it so that it's even throughout. Then we'll layer the peaches over the batter evenly. You notice that there is an excess of batter. In order to actually use all the batter, you'll have to make twice the peaches. At this point, if you know more than most about the classifications of various fruity baked goods, you'll realize that this is technically a buckle and not a cobbler. And to that, I say good eye. And also, this is the way we made peach cobblers in my house growing up, so tough, I guess. And finally, we'll top it off with 1 more cup of batter and smooth that over the peaches. Don't worry if some of the peaches poke through. It won't make any difference as the batter rises. And now, our final step. We'll toss that in the oven on 350 for 40 to 50 minutes or until it's looking golden brown and a toothpick stuck into its deepest point comes out dry. And here we have it, my peach buckle that I call a cobbler. Also, here's a hot tip. Since there's a lot of that peach juice mixture left over, go ahead and pour it over your scoop of cobbler. I promise it's worth it. And finally, please, dig in.